Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
At least 15. At least 15. Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget 9 Wives. Go ahead and support that project. Click the link below. And I want to say thank you guys in advance for supporting the project. We're approaching 3,000 buys. And I want to say thank you. February 20th and 21st, we're in production on the next film, Phase 2. Oh, man. Phase 2. Oh, man. All the cowards, man. All these. We gonna talk about. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. All right. I heard I heard Leo, well, excuse me, I read the article Leo Santa Cruz came out with on Boxing Scene saying he wants to make the fight. I heard Gary Russell obviously say he'd been wanting to fight and et cetera, et cetera. But I want to break down and give you guys clarification on why this fight never happened, the business side of boxing. PBC is run by Al Heyman, right? PBC is the manager of these fighters. He's not the advisor. His contract says manager in the court documents. So him being the manager, he's telling, wait, let me backtrack. He represents both Gary Russell and Leo Santa Cruz. He encourages these fighters to get promotional companies. The reason why I believe he tells these fighters to get promotional companies is because he knows it's going to be a shell company without any proper consultation, and it keeps himself in play as the manager. Meaning, he tells Leo Santa Cruz Promotions, Gary Russell Promotions, right? He tells them what to do. And because they promote, right? Al Heyman at the top of this triangle contacts the network. The network contacts the network. The network gives Al Heyman the budget for the fight. Now, because they are both represented by the same manager and they don't have a promotional company that is functional, there is no middleman between Al Heyman and Leo Santa Cruz and Gary Russell. So, if you know all things to be true, we'll never know what Al Heyman told Leo Santa Cruz and what Al Heyman told Gary Russell. For example, Al Heyman can say, hey, Leo, Gary wants too much money for this fight. I know you really want the fight. So we're going to go elsewhere and you can fight Tank Davis. Al goes to Leo. Al goes to Gary and says, I know you really want this fight. Leo really don't want to fight right now. His dad is sick, so he's gonna take some time off and so on. Or you can say, Leo wants $3 million. He wants too much money. He's pricing himself out of the fight. And then Al can say the same thing for Gary Russell to Leo Santa Cruz. That's why this fight has never happened. No one knows the true conversation which is going on. Al Heyman trickles down everything. Nothing comes back up. You don't negotiate with Al Heyman. I've never known a fighter of his to negotiate with him. And here we stand. So a lot of the times, these fighters are unaware what's true going on. And that happens in every promotional company. This ain't just isolated to PBC. This is all of them. But we ignore it on one because Al Heyman's black, but we definitely talk about it with Top Rank, and we will definitely talk about it with Eddie Hearn when these things happen. And this is why I tell you guys, you need to run your fighting career like a full-fledged business. You need someone to represent. You need someone to represent you and you only. You don't need nobody who has 3 or 4 fighters, 5, 6, 7 fighters, because if they have 5, 6, 7, 8 fighters, the livelihood of their career not only depends on you, but for the longevity of it, it depends on their relationship with Al Heyman, Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, and so on and so forth. So you need to have one person talking to Al Heyman on your behalf. And more importantly, y'all fighters need to start talking to one another, because what happens at this triangle at the top, whether it's Al Heyman, Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, they make you guys enemies. He don't want the fight. Just call him and see where he's at with the fight. How much money do you want? What's slowing this fight up? And then you'll get the answer. A lot of that goes on behind the scenes. You know, for example, well, it's no need because that's too far behind. But a lot of these things happen, and the reason why is because the promoter manager believes they can make money elsewhere. And I genuinely believe that. And fighters got to understand and see this. Gary Russell fights tomorrow night. I'm excited. I think it's been a misfortune. It's been a mishandling of his career, because Gary Russell would be a top 3 pound for pound fighter if he had a schedule, especially in them lower weight classes. 126, he would have ran through 126. And it's just awful that we never got to see him fulfill or be the person that we believe him to be in the ring, you know. But he fights tomorrow night. The weigh-in, I don't know what time the weigh-in is because I haven't seen it posted. If anybody knows what time the weigh-in, put in the comment section, excuse me. But it may have happened already because it's 12:30 over there right now. So hopefully he puts on a sensational performance. And I don't anticipate Gary Russell losing. Now, Gary Russell knows how to win. Gary Russell is just a hell of a fighter, and y'all gonna see it tomorrow, you know. And so hopefully I explained that a little better. If I didn't have this cough, it would have came out more fluently. So I got probably got a couple more days, man. And I'll be free to go and resume my life and my workouts. And that's the one thing I miss is my workouts. But I'll see you guys Sunday night in the barbershop. And I think Monday I'll be out in these streets running and getting back in the gym, man. I was on a roll, man. But yeah, so anyways, man, I truly appreciate y'all. Gary Russell tomorrow night on Showtime. I expect him to put on a sensational performance. And Leo Santa Cruz fights in a couple of weeks. I'm not holding my breath on this fight. And so we'll see. So anyways, barbershop conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.